us in the past, it sometimes influence some decision of some children. This social media have a lot of effect on them, and so we need to talk to them. So when you see them one on one and talk to them, make them see realities, give them some lot of examples and everything, and inshallah most of them they come out of that particular deception in which they were, because it is a perversion.
Wow, that's wonderful.
So
if you are a youth and you are thinking of you've maybe
and that is it. And you simplify even the handle of the marriage itself. You can simplify them. It's not the one that's going to take 3-4 hours, asking money there and there and there. You go straight to the point. Then, but after even the marriage, you give them the marriage guides. Okay, these are the things you're going to do, your rights, responsibilities. You sign the documents. Okay, you discuss with them. Okay, what are your terms? Everybody has a term. I want to marry you. I want to marry you. These are my conditions. State your condition. Let us state our condition. Let us see those are visible and not visible there. We look at the two. Okay, this is acceptable. This is not acceptable. Both of them, they dot the lines and they sign. I agree to marry you on this condition. You agree to marry me on this condition. The witnesses, the parents. So then you give them this guide. These are the copy of your marriage agreements. You give it to them. Then you give them a guide of how to actually live a harmonious marriage life. So it goes beyond just talking to them.
Okay.
So you give them what they live on after that, inshallah.
Okay.
And
Thank you.
You give them premarital counseling before the marriage. You tell the about 3 or 4 sessions. Talk to them. Even talk to the parents to sit them together. Make them the parents know their limitations. These are my limitations in my marriage. You don't have absolute control of these children. Your role is advisory role. So the in-laws, you talk to them from the father, from the husband side, from the wife side. All this you do it. So it is a complete package.
Full package.
Full package, complete package that make them feel happy and fulfilled that you are married.
So if they are subscribing to Hablicott Foundation, you are subscribing to full package
of marriage. That is it. So even pre-marital and post-marital, just like when you are pregnant, you go to the doctor.
Wow.
He talks to you before you get married. After you, what are the drugs to take before you get, so that the child comes out healthy.
So
what comes out, you go back again. They start nursing the child. So
they do antenatal and postnatal.
So
Hablicott also
premarital, post-marital.
That's interesting.
And of course, in between is the wedding itself. We also handle it. So it means when you say the package,
in fact,
before the marriage, the wedding itself, when the marriage is consummated, and also after it is.
After you see marriage for them in the first 1 month, how does it look like? After the first 2-3 days, we call them. How was the first night? How is it? What are your experiences? Were your expectation met? If it's not met, why is it not met? So all these things we talk to them.
What are the challenges you are facing?
We are not still going to leave them to themselves.
No, you still
checking on them, looking after their affairs.
Yes, until after a month or two, that's okay. They have actually blended. You try to see if there's some influence that's coming from some friends who are calling that it's not good, likely to cause problem. This have to block this, don't attend to this, attend to this. All those are things are going to do, because we will have interviewed the girl before and the boy before, know the kind of social influence he has. So he has so many friends. You need to say, okay, let me see your friends. What's your relationship with this? What is this? What is this? My ex. Okay, block this one, cut this one, cut. So all these ones you need to package them well, so that they will see themselves as one.
Well, and they also, in addition to that, have opportunities to attend our programs. That are usually family programs. So, and most of the time they attend to the things that we are experiencing at any point in time.
And usually we have seminars too. We have premarital. We have for those who have not married, for 5 years in marriage, 10 years in marriage, 15 years in marriage, 20 years above in marriage. Then every year in Ramadan we have also family. We have family
family forum,
interactive session. Where we call professionals to discuss many issues, and people come and give their experiences. The young ones were there, the elderly ones are here. They come and talk about their marriages, their challenges. How do you address this? They will tell us openly. So when I had this problem, this is how I solved it. When you have problem, this was to solve it. So all these other things, annually we have that one to Ramadan, and people come from far and wide. If some people come from abroad because of that, just to attend the program.
It's like a festival of marriage.
It's a festival of marriage in Ramadan.
Or like a family festival where
that's interesting. That's interesting. All our youths there over there, I'm sure they would be interested to join this thing. Those that are willing to get married anytime soon, and those that are
and we still do matchmaking too.
matchmaking.
Of course, you do matchmaking.
Because some people are just having issues. I don't even know why. They will say that sometimes whenever I approach lady, they will not answer me. They will not give me.
No, they will not. They should not answer. They should not answer. They should not answer.
So they should come to Amicus Foundation.
They should not answer, because if you answer, you appear cheap and you can be cheated. So that is why if you go through a platform, at least you know before this person can come, go through this rudimentary, do this test, do that, because that you have to do some test. You have to know your genotype, your blood group, your resource factors, your HIV status. All those ones will have been done. You have the documentation to say that actually compatible or not. So those will have been assessed for you. At least 50% of the problem is solved. Oh, this person cannot cheat me, because if he wants to cheat, he will not go through this person. This process. Oh, this person is actually capable. This person has. So 50% of the problem is solved. The deception is now away. Then, so the next thing is for you to just say, can we actually go on together or not? And we don't give more than 6 months, courtship.
So they won't go into
harmony. And I was going to say that when people do tests, they are already aware of the problems they are likely, the medical problems they are likely to have. For instance, infertility sometimes happens because there is incompatibility between the husband and the wife. Or sometimes when they need to go through certain therapy, so that there won't be problem of infertility
in future. Yes.
All right, so thank you very much.
For those who are actually long in it, we even introduce some IVF. We have done a lot of lectures on IVF. We have even held elderly one in menopause. And all this kind of thing, we have done a lot of things on it. So it's not only for the young ones. Even for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years in marriage, you still cancel them. You talk to them. So.
All right, thank you very much. Let's move into today's action now. For the past 3-4 weeks, we've been looking at the conditions for having 2, 3, 4 wives, and later we move into how to maintain balance in the bedroom. And today we need to keep the gun running. We need to hit it running as fast as possible without wasting much of our time. Sheikh, you have the floor.
My name?
Fadila Sheikh Dawood Adetokunbo Adelaku. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Yes, and it's me, our father, mentor. We are always proud to be with him. Person of Mr. KK Agbola. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
He's a marriage coach too.
I must register my displeasure at the cheers that you give me, because actually it's I have safety concerns.
That's very simple.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm very happy to be here. I was just in a light mood.
Yes, thank you very much. Okay. Without wasting much of our time, we need to move to the. We need to dive into the action.
Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalam ala Muhammadi wa ala alihi wa sahbihi. We thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the privilege He has given us to be alive and to be here this morning, to be able to discuss the affairs that has to do with our hereafter. We know as Muslims that the purpose for our creation is to worship Allah. That is why we have created. Anything done without intention, without expectation, is a wasted exercise. Allah Himself never created for nothing. Ma khalaqtu hadha batila. You have not created. Allah has a reason for creating us. For anything you are doing, there must be a reason. I'm marrying. Why am I marrying? I'm marrying this man because of this. I'm marrying this woman because of this. I'm taking one because of this. I want to take two because of this. There must be. I just do it. I just feel like doing. No. There must be what?
Reason.
A reason for everything you do. So Allah that has created us, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونِ. It's I have not created man and jinn, the jinn and mankind for nothing except to worship me. That is the purpose of creation. So everything that He has given to us as a privilege is in order to make it easy for us to do what? To worship Him. So He creates the enable environment for us He wants us to worship Him. And what are the things that will make it to worship Him? He has created the enable environment. What will be the distractions? He has given some guidelines on how to go about
avoid the
distractions. So one of these things that may not make one to be pure enough to worship Allah is desire to have sexual relationship with women, or desire to have men by the side of women. So in order to solve this problem, what do? Therefore, marry. When you marry, there will be no room for zina. So this we have to get straight. We keep on reminding ourselves that our marriage is what? It's an act of worship. We are worshiping Allah through it. It is not just for fun. I'm having fun. I'm just enjoying myself. Yes, you are enjoying yourself to please who? Allah. You are eating to live, not living to eat. You are living to eat to be strong enough to worship Allah. You are marrying, you are enjoying yourself with your wife to be pure enough to worship Allah. That is the purpose. So when a man knows this from beginning and the woman knows from beginning, it makes it easy for them to navigate the
environment so that it can serve Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Like my brother have said, we have been discussing polygamy for some times now. And last week, I think we were talking about the coping strategies.
Yes.
And we have started by taking care of the wife on who another wife is taking.
Senior wife.
That is the first wife that husband has decided to take second one now. So we have guided her last week, on how to cope. The strategies he will use to adapt and to the reality on ground. It has been done. The man has taken. That is not the day for you to take your life. And that will take me to what happened last week in the social media. Because we keep on telling our children, and that is why we started with talking to couples. That premarital counseling is very, very important. People don't do that. They just go into marriage. I love her, you love me, everything. What is their model? What do you use as their model in marriage?
People they see on social media.
People they see on the social media. The socialites are their models. Whereas these socialites we are talking about as model, and most of the things we saw are models, they are what you call celebrities. Most of them are actors.
Most of them don't even have a better home.
Apart from that, most of them are actors. They were acting.
They are creating content for commercial purposes.
They want followership. They want to have followership on social media. So they were acting, most of the things they were acting. Most of them on their own, they have no moral values. Let me quickly give you an example if I come to Farida that happened last week, isn't it?
Okay, Shubali.
Remember, there was a book written by this, what do you call him? How to Win Friends and Influence People. By
Carnegie.
Dale Carnegie. Dale Carnegie wrote that book when we were in secondary school in the 1960s, 70s. Those who went to secondary school in the 70s, they will have read that book. 60s, 70s. It was a hot seller in 60s and 70s. How to Win Friends and Influence People. Written by Dale Carnegie. Million copies were sold. And it became celebrated. Everybody loves it. How to treat the methodologies, the techniques, and how to be acceptable wherever you are, how to talk, everything. All this we have the what do you call the motivational speakers you have today. It taught them the methodology. So he became himself to a celebrity. But what happened to Dale Carnegie at the end of the day? Dale Carnegie, how did he die?
He committed
suicide. Can you see? The person who has written such a beautiful book that influenced many people, then he committed suicide. Meaning what?
Meaning that he
was only acting. He was only acting by writing the books. What he was writing was not what?
Wasn't influencing him himself.
That is it. So these are the things we must know.
He also wrote how to stop worrying and start living.
Stop worrying and start living. He wrote that one too. That was one of the Islamic scholars, this Sheikh Abrahman Al-Rafi. He wrote a book, it's Enjoy Your Life. In the preface of that book, what Al-Rafi wrote? That the reason why he wrote that book, Enjoy Your Life, was because of what Dale Carnegie did. And that is why he started taking his own examples from the life of Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and the Sahaba. These are the models that you do. Not these men who wrote the book. They are not the models. because they are different from what they were.
No, the
They
practice.
wrote.
They were writing. So that is why premarital counseling is important, and for our children to know that no, it is not all that glitters that is gold. Those that you are seeing on social media, they should not be your
Model.
models.
Life is not a bed of roses.
That's why we established that life is a bed of roses, and if it's a bed of roses, it's a bed of roses with a lot of what?
With all
Lot of
thorns.
thorns. You don't get a rose without
Without
what?
thorns.
Without thorns. Rose is in middle of a thorn of thorns.
Yes.
You don't get a rose.
So in order to get to the rose,
So you have to
you have to
be mindful of
navigate.
yourself. So that is why marriage is a work in itself. That's why we say when you are going to it, you are going to work. It is not fun. It's a marriage. It's a fun. It's not fun. It's real work.
It's not a happily they live happily ever after.
No.
That's not what marriage is about.
So not what we read in the and we read in the Bible, because the most of this book when we were in secondary school, those romantic books,
Mills and Boone,
Mace and Booms and all this. So
Dennis Robbins.
the Robbins. So that's what I call them. So it is challenges are there in marriage. You are about to have challenges. That's your best friend. That's why I'm going to die. I'm going to, if you don't allow me to marry, I'm going to die. I'm going to do this. It's still going to hurt you. That you feel like killing yourself. So Farida, that's said, committed suicide.
Attempted to commit suicide.
Attempted to commit suicide on the Third Mainland Bridge. He had a marriage less than 3 months, isn't it?
Yes.
A very celebrated marriage.
Yes, 100 million
Nah.
So if she spent, so now why must she want to commit suicide?
After
What
having
will
spent
have-
so much
after
money.
having spent so much money.
Not even up to 6 months.
I think it's
So what will
3
have
months.
happened?
or
3
something.
months.
So what would have happened? Of course, I've not got into the details, but one thing that is certain is that she is not prepared for what marriage is all about.
Our expectations were not met in the marriage. That's the
The expectation of marriage was actually outside what we should expect in marriage.
and disappointment must have been so huge
And
that
then
she was
you,
ready
what
to.
you were supposed to look at, you did not look at it when you go to marriage. Your intention of marriage was glamour. Your intention of marriage was just bliss forever. Your intention of marriage was fun, which is not always the case. And in most cases, like we always warn, most of the marriages should crash under accept or support you, should crash within first 2 years. When the first 2 years they crash. I have seen a marriage that they went for the honeymoon. It's at the honeymoon that they got separated. Marriage.
Not even up to a week.
Not even a month. They want honeymoon South Africa, that's why they keep on separate. It depends. That is why this premarital counseling is important. That's why you need some psychologists to help you diagnose who is this man, who is behind the face you are seeing. Who is behind the face of that woman that's seeing. A third eye will look at it. Not necessarily, maybe it's not divination. Psychologists will listen to you when you talk, we think, okay, we know, okay, these are the weakness of this person. These are your weakness. Can you take this weakness? Because in marriage, what you look at in marriage is vices, not virtues. In marriage, you must consider the vices of that. Can I take these vices? That's my vices. If I cannot contain this man's vices, don't go into it. The man has some weaknesses. Does he have anger issue? Does he tell
Is
lies?
it violent?
Is it violent? Is he the type that is an extrovert? He doesn't come home on time? Is he the one that talks too much? Is he the one that is greedy? Is he the one that is
Is he a drug addict?
Is he a drug addict? Is he an introvert? All these people
Is he
are talking about.
extremely stingy that he will not even take
Or
care
is
of
he
it?
stingy? All these people are talking about, they will have wives and they will have husband.
Yes, indeed.
They're human being. But who's going to be their wife or husband? They will. They're human being. They will have. But who will it? They will. Those who will be their wife or their spouse will be those who understand their vices and now have a scoping strategy. Okay, this is the weakness of my husband. This is the weakness of my wife. These are his shortcomings. So what is can I cope with it? I cannot cope with it. He seeks counsel. He seeks advice. He seeks okay. No, so when it comes to where I know it's about, these are the remedy. These are the things I must do to be able to withstand. So these are the things that needs to be done. But every man, that's what he has done, what she has wanted to do. Because if she succeeds in committing that suicide, what will have been?
It would have died of unbelief.
not only die of unbelief, what would have been the effect on the
Okay,
on the
what would it would have had a kind of ripple effect on the society, considering that each time somebody commits
suicide. Okay, I'm listening.
Each time somebody commits suicide using a particular pattern, a method,
yes,
within 2 weeks,
other people will
eliminate it.
emulate it.
Because there are other people who have similar problems,
So the
but they can't find the courage to take the leap.
So
But as soon as somebody does it,
so they will do it so. So
if somebody kills himself or herself with sniper, you just start reading in the news within 2 weeks.
You see a lot of people dying
of sniper
because you have just what it is like. You have gingered their brain to remember. Oh, this is a solution.
Wow.
That is why vices should not be
allowed.
I should not be allowed. I should not be broadcasted. That is why it's time. ولا تجلسوا بالقول. لا تجلسوا بالقول. Don't broadcast evil. Because evil spreads so fast, and people easily emulate evil. People have problems, they have challenges. So when they see that somebody, this is how he solve his problem, you commit suicide, after that, everybody forget him, it's gone. They too go and do it. No mind the consequences. So that's the reason why we are saying this, because it has to do with marriage, and people have suicidal tendencies. A lot of people want to say, I want to end my life. You have no right to end your life. Your life does not belong to you. And the life of others does not belong to you. Your life belongs to who? Allah. So nobody has a right to take your life. You have challenge today. Does not mean there's going to be a problem tomorrow.
It's not even certain that when you commit suicide, where you are going to find yourself will be better.
You cannot. Of course, you are going to be punished by Allah more.
And you have no hope of correcting that.
You have no hope of actually of asking for forgiveness and change. And you have no balance. You have no chance of benefiting in life again. So, and you will have done something that you have made people to emulate what you have done. Then you get more punished for it, because you snapper, you jump into the lagoon, and people jump into it. It is easy. Just go there, pack your load, and jump. So don't do so. In Islam, we don't. So we are going to look into why actually she did it. But then definitely, whatever I'm going to do is out of frustration.
It's wrong.
It's out of disappointment in the marriage. And this is because when you're going to, most of the time, we are only going to, because of the social media, we want people to see, I've done too much a glamorous marriage.
My marriage is
not because of the fear of Allah. And that is why they have so many problems.
Most of the time, when people spend so much money getting married,
so they have
problems. It is because of show.
It's show off.
And usually in the course of doing that, they create what can even threaten
the marriage.
For instance, you see a woman getting married on the day of her wedding, she wears dresses that are so
attractive and
seductive, and some people will come to that wedding. It is from that day that
and they start admiring her.
They will start it will trigger a desire for them,
and they will
that some may not be able to contain or control, and they will seek every means
to get to
that woman.
The
same is applicable to men.
Wow, thank you very much, Jazakumullah khairan. I greet all our listeners for watching live. I'm still using this medium to tell you that as you are watching, please help us engage on the post, like, share, follow, and share. You can as well comment your questions under the comment section. Drop your questions under the comment section. Like, follow, and share. We'll go on a short break. By the time we resume back, we'll resume with your listeners. Thank you very much. Stay tuned.
أخلاقه وصفاته سبحان من سواه هو قدوتي وحبيبي ودعوة النجاة يا رسول الله يا حبيب الله فاكتب لنا نلقاه ندعوك يا رباه مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم يا ربي rest of my life through days and nights I thank Allah open my eyes مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على deep in my heart I feel so blessed when I think of you and I ask Allah that's all we do. You're my wife and my friend and my strength, and I pray we're together in Jannah. Now I found myself, I feel so strong. Yes, everything was changed when you came along. Oh, and there's a couple of words I wanna say. For the rest of my life, I'll be with you. I'll stay by your side, honest and true, to the end of my time. I'll be loving you for the rest of my life. Through days and nights, I'll thank Allah for opening my eyes. Now and forever, I'll be there for you. I know it deep in my heart, and now that you're here in front of me, I strongly feel love. And I have no doubt, and I sing it loud.
Alhamdulillah, kára sí orí ètò yẹn ètò wa Your Marriage ilé ìtọ́ni sí ti bọ̀ láti lè ṣe Light Radio Orísun ìmọ̀ lórí ètò yìí náà láti máa ná àǹfààní láti máa gba àwọn tí ó lè mú kí ilé wa ó tò, àwọn tí ó lè mú kí ilé wa ó ládùn kó lóyin. Àdè máa ń sọ fún wa kí bá a ṣe ń gbọ́ ètò ẹ jẹ́ ká gbìyànjú láti máa fọ́n ká gbogbo ẹ̀yin alẹ́ iṣẹ́ rẹ̀ bá a ṣí ẹ̀rẹ̀ káàkiri ẹ jẹ́ kó ta kálé kó ta kákó lórí Facebook Light Radio, lórí YouTube Light Radio, lórí Twitter Light Radio, lórí Instagram Light_radio. Bákan náà lè máa gbọ́ wa ní kétékété lórí Radio Garden. Ẹ̀tún láǹfààní àti máa gbọ́ wa lórí pẹ̀lú kí ẹ download app wa lórí Play Store download app wa. Kí là ń gbéyẹ̀wò lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ náà ni ọ̀rọ̀ nípa kẹ́yìn níyàwó méjì mẹ́ta mẹ́rin. Kí làwọn ọ̀nà tá a lè gbà tá a fi ẹni tó fẹ́yàwó lé ọkọ tó ṣẹ̀ fẹ́yàwó ìyàwó kékeré tóun náà ṣẹ̀ dé àwọn náà láti gbé ọ̀rọ̀ láti jẹ ọjọ́. Ṣùgbọ́n lè ní àti ẹ̀tún wá yí àbàrà wọnú omi tó pé ètò tó ní ṣe pẹ̀lú pé kí ló ń lọ bí ìgbéyàwó wa bá ṣe ń tójú bọ àwọn tí ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú ìyàwó bẹ́ẹ̀ la ṣe gbọ́dọ̀ máa wò pé kí ní ń lọ láwùjọ wa tó lè máa fa àkùdé tàbí kó fa àkóbá fúnlé ẹnì kọ̀ọ̀kan wa nígbà tí wọ́n bá wọ pé nǹkan báyìí tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ táwọn ó yẹ káwọn lè ṣe ń lé wọn náà ó yẹ kí lè nǹkan tó lè tó ṣe yẹ pàápàá jùlọ lórí àwọn ìtàkùn abánidọ́rẹ̀ẹ́ àwọn ẹ̀rọ alátagbà oríṣiríṣi nǹkan táwọn tí ń ṣe àkóbá fún ìgbéyàwó wa pàápàá jùlọ ilé tó ṣẹlẹ̀ láàrin ọ̀sẹ̀ yẹn ti Farida Ṣóbọ̀wálé èèyàn ṣèyàwó tí ò tí ì pọ̀ṣù mẹ́ta kò tí ì dẹ̀ fi ẹgbẹ́lẹ́mu kówó fi ṣèyàwó yẹn gbogbo ẹ̀dẹ́ tó dẹ̀ dá sómi ó dá wá fẹ́ lọ kó sómi kí ni ò bá àbádé bẹ́ẹ̀ a jẹ́ pé ó ti rí àwọn tí ò ro kàn so ẹ̀mí tó gbé wọnú ìgbéyàwó yẹn yàtọ̀ sí ní tó padà bá ń bẹ̀ àwọn làwọn bá wá ń yẹ̀wò lẹ́ni pé àwọn tó yẹ ká mójútó ká tó wọnú ìgbéyàwó ṣe pàtàkì ju ní tá a fẹ́ lọ bánú ìyàwó yẹn lọ. òun náà ní táwa ń yẹ̀wò lẹ́ni.
bàbá wa tó ń bá wa sọ lọ láti ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ náà ó ní í ṣe pẹ̀lú gbogbo nǹkan tá a máa ń sọ níbí ó ní í ṣe pẹ̀lú ìgbéyàwó àti ọ̀rọ̀ ẹbí. wọ́n sì sọ abẹ̀rẹ̀ lónìí nígbà tí olóòtú béèrè nípa pé àwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n fẹ́ fẹ́yàwó ṣáà lè ràn wọ́n lọ́wọ́ bàbá wa sọ oríṣiríṣi nǹkan tá a máa ń ṣe kì í ṣe lórí pé bóyá àbá ọkọ àbá wọn wáyé àbá ìyá ẹni tó fẹ́ fọkọ àbá mú wá obìnrin tó fẹ́ fọkọ àbá ọkùnrin tóun náà fẹ́ gbéyàwó a tún dúró tì lọ́jọ́ ìgbéyàwó tí ìgbéyàwó òfin ní ìdí ọ̀ràn a tún wá dúró tì nígbà tó ti gbé ìyàwó a wá fi wé téèyàn bá lóyún yóò kọ́kọ́ lọ dókítà oníṣẹ́ ṣe antinata fún yóò gbẹ̀bí fún un nígbà tó yóò tó wá ṣètàn tún ṣe lẹ́yìn ìgbà tó wá bímọ ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn la wá sọ títí tó fi wá dọ̀rọ̀ Farida Ṣóbọ̀wálé torí pé ọ̀rọ̀ náà ní í ṣe pẹ̀lú ìgbéyàwó àwa òun ni bàbá wa fi sọ̀rọ̀ débi ọ̀rọ̀ Farida Ṣóbọ̀wálé nísìnyí obi tá à ń lọ kì í ṣe pé ó jìnnà ṣùgbọ́n nǹkan la fẹ́ lọ ṣe níbi tá à ń lọ a gbọ́dọ̀ mú nǹkan tá a fi ṣe olójà máa yà káàkiri àmẹ́lẹ́ ìdání àfẹ́ gbàgbé nǹkan kan kó ba lè jẹ́ pé ìpilẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tá a fẹ́ ṣe yìí o ní tá a fẹ́ fi lọ́lẹ̀ kó tó di pa àgbélé lórí òun fúnra rẹ̀ ó ti ṣe kíni yóò ti dúró dáadáa yóò ṣe kíni torí pé ìgbẹ́kẹ́ ní ìdílé mú torí ìdí èyí òun la fi wá ń yà káàkiri ọ̀rọ̀ Farida Ṣóbọ̀wálé la wá ń sọ tí wọ́n fi wá ní pé kátẹ̀ má ti wọnú ká má ti túṣu ẹ̀ désàlẹ̀ kòkò pé kátẹ̀ wá wò pé kéèyàn ó tó ṣègbéyàwó kó tí ó ti tóṣù mẹ́rin tí ó wá ná ẹgbẹ̀lẹ́gbẹ̀ owó tó wá rò pé n tó wá kù ni pé ìgbéyàwó ti dàrú jẹ́ n parí ẹ̀ ó wá fẹ́ yín pé
kí n lọ para mi.
pé kóun para òun ó túmọ̀ sí pé n tó rò kọ́ ló bá nínú ìgbéyàwó yìí ó sì wá wọ́pọ̀ lóòótọ́ tí ẹ̀ kàn ṣẹlẹ̀ ní bàbá wa wá sọ pé tí a bá wá pé ká ṣe nǹkan kan nípa ẹ̀ yóò tabara alé ó sì lè tabara oko torí pé tí wọ́n bá tọ́dẹ bá pa ẹtu lójú ẹkùn tí ẹkùn ò gbèjà ẹtu wọ́n lè fi eegun ẹtu ṣọfà oró tí wọ́n fi pa ẹkùn tí a ti rí ní ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọgbà téèyàn kan bá fi ọ̀nà kan gbẹ̀mí ara ẹ̀ láàrin ọ̀sẹ̀ méjì tó tẹ̀lé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ni ó wà á fẹ́ wò pé ọ̀nà ilé ìfẹ́ dàbí pé
ó yá ó mú poro tó yá.
torí ìdí èyí tá a bá jẹ́ ká rò pé ó kàn wá kó má wàá lọ kàn ju tó kàn wá lọ torí ìdí èyí ni bàbá fi náà fi ní pé ká sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ti pé kéèyàn bá fẹ́ ṣègbéyàwó yóò kọ́kọ́ ṣèpilẹ̀ṣẹ̀.
ìwé tá à ń kà ó jọ wá lójú pé bíyẹn bá fẹ́ torí pé à ń ka ìwé tó pé a fẹ́ di dókítọ̀ a fẹ́ di ẹnjìníà a kàwé lóríṣiríṣi ṣùgbọ́n ìgbésí ayé tá a ń lò pátápátá pera téèyàn èkú àyè ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wa la kì í bìkítà láti palẹ̀ mọ́ fún.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni bẹ́ẹ̀ bá wo nísìnyí ọdún mélòó lọmọ ń lò lọ́dọ̀ bàbá rẹ̀ àti ìyá rẹ̀.
ká sọ pé bóyá bíi
ọgbọ̀n ọdún yóò lọ sí lọ́kọ bọ́lá bá ní yóò lọ 100 ọdún láyé ọdún mélòó ló wà ló kọ̀kọ̀lọ́kọ̀ pẹ̀lẹ́ àlejò.
70
ọdún mélòó ló wà ló pẹ̀lú àlejò tó rọ́kọ tó ń bọ̀ àlejò ni ìyàwó tó fẹ́ fẹ́ àlejò ni.
70 ọdún ni.
wọn ò jọ bí yín pọ̀ àwọn tẹ́ ẹjọ́ dàgbà bọ̀ bàbá tó rí bọ́ ṣe bí ẹ ìyá tó rí bọ́ ṣe bí ẹ ẹ̀gbọ́n rẹ àbúrò ìyá rẹ àbúrò bàbá tí wọ́n rí bọ́ ṣe bí ẹ ọ̀ lè fẹ́ wọn o. àwọn tẹ́jọ́ ṣe pọ̀ àjọ rákòrò ni àjọ dàgbà ni àjọ gbéró wa ni ìjọ tára mi ò yá jọdá wo ya tí mo mọ̀ dáadáa tí mo mọ̀ dénúdénú tájọ mọ ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ ara wa tá a mọ̀ pinnu ara tó mọ tí máa ń ṣe ìgbà tó wà kékeré gbogbo àwọn ilé ẹ̀ lè fẹ́ra yín ta ló lọ fẹ́ ara ẹni tó bẹ́ẹ̀ tán ara àta pátápátá ló lọ fẹ́ ó lè má jọ mọ̀lú rẹ̀ ńgbà mí ó lè má jẹ́ bí ẹ̀ ńgbà ó lè má jẹ́ aládùúgbò yín gbà mí ó lè jẹ́ ìgbà mí ó lè má jẹ́ yẹ́ ẹ̀ gan ló fẹ́ so ẹni tó wá fẹ́ lọ ábúlò ìgbésí ayé ẹ̀ pẹ̀lú yìí tó o mọ ìpìlẹ̀ iṣẹ́ tó o mọ ẹbí wọn tó o mọ bó tó bá wà wọ̀ yìí tó fẹ́ lọ wọ̀
tó o béèrè kankan
tó o wá ṣe ìwádìí lórí ẹ̀ tó kọ́ nípa o kọ̀ pàdé bí a jọ ń travel àpàdé no plane àbí mo lọ sí pàtí kan ẹjọ́ pàdé àbẹjọ pàdé nílé ìwé kan
àbí níbi iṣẹ́
kan àbẹ́ni kọ́kọ́ dídé dúró sí ẹ ló fẹ́ ẹ wá rò pé kò ní sí ṣòro kò ní sí wàhálà ìwọ tó jọ bí pọ̀ pẹ̀lú táyé kan yẹn ń jà ẹ níṣòro ká má ti wàá sọ yẹn ọdún díẹ̀ ló ń lò bí ẹ tó fẹ́ lò pẹ̀lú ọkọ̀ pàpọ̀ jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ.
repetious àti kan tó tún ti bẹ̀ jáde.
tó tún ti bẹ̀ jáde pé o tún wá fẹ́ padà bá àwọn ẹbí mi díìlì àwọn ẹbí ọkọ àwọn ẹbí ìyàwó mi tó o ṣe fẹ́ bá wọn tán o ṣe fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ wọn sọ wọn o ṣe fẹ́ kọ́ wọn. so gbogbo eléyìí tó kẹnu ní ọ̀rọ̀ ìyàwó.
ó lágbára.
ẹgbẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe sọ àmọ́ àwọn èèyàn ò kákún ọkọ̀ kákún ni pé after kó wà ń bẹ̀ mọ́ I just love him I must marry him. ó kọjá bẹ́ẹ̀ báfa ṣe sọ ẹ tó fẹ́ ṣe medicine o mọ ọdún tó lò kó tó gba lọ primary school kó tó lọ secondary school kó tó ṣe A-level kó tó wọ kíní kó tó ṣe jamb kó tó pass kó tó gba ọdún mẹ́fà lẹ́yìn asmanship lẹ́yìn gbogbo ẹ̀ kó tó di pé adìpọ̀ gba kíní náà fún kíní kó tó fẹ́ lò fún gbèsè ayé tó fẹ́ fi jẹun nìyẹn ló ṣe wàhálà lórí tó bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹ tìyàwó ń ṣíyàn ń fi ọdún mẹ́fà ṣoṣo ọdún mẹ́jọ láti fi kọ́ ọkùnrin kò ṣe kódà kí n ṣe bí táwọn lọ sí trial and error jẹ́ ń bá jẹ́ gbéyàwó kájọ bára wa sùn kájọ gbé fọjọ́ rẹ̀.
àwọn gbéyàwó gan ni wọ́n ń dàrú.
àwọn gbéyàwó tó pé wọ́n ti pa àwọn ilé àwọn tá à ń sọ yìí wọ́n ti bára wọn sùn láì mọ̀ yẹ gbà.
wọ́n ti gbéra wọn yẹ̀wò.
kó tó fẹ́ra wọn ti bára wọn travel lọ sílùú àìbó lọ sílùú ìbùkákọ tó láwọn tó fi ọ̀rẹ́ mi lọ ṣèyàwó wọ́n ti jọ travel lọ sí abroad wọ́n ti jọ ṣe oríṣiríṣi nǹkan ló wá di pé wọ́n fẹ́ bẹ́ sómi torí kíni ìyẹn ló fi jẹ́ pé à ń sọ fún ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìdí tá a ṣe ń ṣe ètò wa tá à ń ṣe eré kí lè lè tò tí lè bá tò láwùjọ máa tò táwùjọ bá rójútù tí lè bá tò tó rẹ bá dàbí ló máa ráyè sí lọ́hùn
nílùú ó da
bọ́ọ̀dẹ̀ òdù
bẹ́ẹ̀dẹ̀ òdù bí ìgbẹ́ ní àrí kí lè lè tò la ṣe ń ṣe bó tá à ń ṣe yìí àìríṣẹ́ kọ́ o àbọ̀ráyè àmọ́ kó lè da fún gbogbo wa ká lè ṣe kíni ká lè rí ọlọ́wọ́ ọba tó ní ká wá sìn ó sìn
ká lè rí sìn
torí tọ́jú ọ̀tí ẹ̀dá wa ká lè sìn ká lè tó bá lè kọ́ di ká fi sìn yìí ọlọ́wọ́ bá mójútó pé o fẹ́ sìn mí o n tó lè kọjú sí sìn mí yìí ọlọ́wọ́ mójútó ìjà àti mú ẹ fílẹ̀ fún mi máa ṣe àmọ́ ṣe báyìí ṣe báyìí ṣe báyìí ojú kòkòrò ẹ mójútó ara rẹ ó máa lé gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọkùnrin mójútó fẹ́yàwó gẹ́gẹ́ bí obìnrin ó máa lẹ tó bàbá alábẹ́ tóbi tó fi ní máa pẹ́ pé tó fi ní wà lábẹ́ ọkùnrin gbogbo eléyìí là ń mójútó sọ wá dánwò ní kálukú wa gbogbo ohun tó bá ti jẹ́ tó fi jẹ́ pé tí ìyẹn bá wà nù ìyàwó ẹ má rò pé ìyàwó fífẹ́ àbọ̀kọ fífẹ́ torí ohun tó fa wà tó máa ń fa ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nǹkan báyìí àbí kí ló mú yàn fẹ́ parẹ́ kí ló fẹ́ parẹ́
ntó lé tó gbà lérò
ntó gbà kó bá ní kó bá tó gbà lérò kó rí ní
ntí òrò ló bá
o tó dẹ̀ bá yẹn sìn ó kọjá ó kọjá ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ kò lè ẹ̀mí ò gbé kò rẹ́ni tó máa bá tó lè ṣe pé nàkíkárẹ́ ni bá sọ̀rọ̀ ó ṣe pàtàkì kó wá fásitì alọ dékèrè nkúntù ẹgbẹ́ lọ́wọ́ tó bá mọ̀ tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá mọ̀ ọlọ́run ò dá gu abákan náà o ọlọ́run ò dá abákan náà wúwo ẹ̀kọ́ ló máa jẹ́ dókítọ̀ wúwo ẹ̀kọ́ ló máa jẹ́ engineer wúwo ẹ̀kọ́ ló máa jẹ́ accountant oníkàlùkù máa ń sàáyẹ̀kùn oníkàlùkù máa níṣẹ́ tiẹ̀ ló máa ṣe lọ́tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ ló ṣe yẹ pé ó ṣe pàtàkì ní àwọn tí ó máa bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ tí nǹkan bá kọjá ẹ̀mí tó bá gèjẹ́ ẹ̀mí abẹ́rẹ́ òràn tábìlẹ̀tì òràn tó bá fẹ́ lábẹ́rẹ́ kókò sùn akọ̀sùn àpàjáde ni.
tó bá jí yóò bá ń pẹ́.
ọ̀rọ̀ ọlọ́run ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀sìn ìfọ̀rọ̀wọ́rọ̀ ìbéèrè kí ló fà á báwo ló ṣe ń bọ̀ báwo ló ṣe rìn àjò ẹ ló fi jẹ́ pé tí ẹ bá fẹ́ fíyàwó tó pé tó bá ti pé wọ́n ń bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ ká tó wọnú ìyàwó yìí ṣe pàtàkì.
yóò ti rọ ẹ̀mí wọn.
ìgbẹ́nisọ̀rọ̀ ló máa mọ̀ pé n tó lé yẹ́rù àwọn tẹ́ ẹ lè là kọjá rèé o wọ́n sọ fún ẹ. nígbà tó bá bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ tó fẹ́ bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ ojú tó bá ti wọ ọkùnrin tó fẹ́ mú wa tó wọ obìnrin tó wọ tó ti wọ méjèèjì tẹ́ méjì bá ti sọ̀rọ̀ fún ìṣẹ́jú mẹ́wàá ìṣẹ́jú mẹ́ẹ̀ẹ́dógún tẹ́ bá ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ara ìtọ́kọ́ yóò béèrè ta ni ẹ́ báwo lè ṣe jẹ́ ìkiri báwo lè ṣe lọ primary school school wo ló lọ ìbò ló gbérí àwọn wo lè tọ́
ṣé wọ́n là kọ́ bí àbí wọ́n là bí gbẹ̀yìn
ṣé wọ́n là bí gbẹ̀yìn irú wo ni ṣé wọ́n ọkùnrin ni
ṣé wọ́n nìkan lọkùnrin
ṣé wọ́n ọkùnrin inú ẹbí ni ṣé wọ́n nìkan lọkùnrin mo tó gbọ́ ẹ ló ní ṣe pẹ̀lú yàn ipò tó wà nú ẹbí ó ní ṣe pẹ̀lú ẹ ṣé òun nìkan lọkùnrin
ṣé o gbé pẹ̀lú ìyá ẹ
ṣé o gbé pẹ̀lú ṣé òun nìkan lóbìnrin ṣé bàbá àti ìyá ló tọ́ ẹ ṣé ìyá nìkan ló tọ́ ẹ ṣé bàbá nìkan ló tọ́ ẹ ṣé bàbá ẹ níyàwó
ṣé ilé olórogún ló ti wá
gbogbo àwọn eléyìí tó dàbí kinní yìí ló ní ṣe pẹ̀lú èèyàn ló ní ṣe pẹ̀lú ìṣesí ẹ̀ ló ṣe pé ìwà ìmọ̀dọ́ ẹ̀ nígbà gbogbo náà ti tọ́ ẹ ṣé boarding house ló lọ ṣé school kan ló ṣe miss school ló lọ ṣé single school ló lọ ṣé boys only ni ṣé girls only ni ṣé mix ni ṣé o gbé hostel rí ìlú wo ló ti kàwé ibo ló ṣé o máa ń travel
ìgbà wo ló bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń fọ aṣọ ẹ
ṣé o ń fọṣọ báwo ló ṣe
ṣé o wo ló ti ń fọṣọ fún ẹ
ṣé o ti dáná rí gbogbo àwọn kan níyì iṣẹ́ náà wọ́n béèrè yẹn ó dàbí kíní níbẹ̀ tó gbọ́ ẹ ló ní ṣe ẹ tó bá ń ṣe ẹ ti jọ tẹ̀ dáhùn.
ó dàbí nǹkan tí ò ní ṣẹ́sìkì kí ni dáná kí ni.
torí ẹ ló ní ṣe pẹ̀lú ìjẹ́ ìyàn yẹn.
tẹ́kọ̀ tó bá bá òun béèrè yẹn ká nípa ní program kan app kan tẹ́kọ̀ tó bá dáhùn tó bá ti fi lè sí tó fi lè sí tẹ́kọ̀ ó kàn máa gbé jáde báyìí a ní nǹkan tó yẹ láìkì láti rí lélẹ́yìí ìta ni wọ́n lè jọ bára wọn mu jù kí ni nǹkan tán lè jọ orí tó bá fẹ́ tó rí báyìí.
ṣùgbọ́n àwọn nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ó ṣe pàtàkì fún yàn láti wò ẹ̀kọ́ ní tí ẹ bá ti kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ afẹ́kọ̀ọ́ a lè sọ ọlọ́run máa ló mọ̀ kọ̀kọ́ tó gbangba àmọ́ a lè fẹ́ dàkí wọ́n dẹ̀ fún mi nímọ̀ràn báyìí o ilé òṣèpọ̀ ní yẹsẹ́ wò kì í ṣe wọ́n ní yẹsẹ́ wọ́n ní yẹkọ́ yẹsẹ́ wò so psychology ni ṣùgbọ́n àwọn eléyìí ó ṣe pàtàkì fún yàn lọ́wọ́ pé ọkùnrin tó fẹ́ fẹ́ yìí o lóòótọ́ o tí ì rí wa yà mo ní àkèkò ní wà yìí o ó ní àkèkò ṣe kí ni kó ní wà yìí o Yorùbá fi máa ń sọ pé òkú ọmọ là ń fẹ́ àìfẹ́ kí ni àìfẹ́ àyè ẹ̀ ibi tí ẹ bá kù sí lára yẹn yẹn máa ń wò ibo lọkùnrin yìí kù sí ibo lobìnrin yìí kù sí ibi tó kù sí yẹn ṣé mo lè farada ṣé mo lè gbé yẹn ṣòro ẹni tó fẹ́ fẹ́ ibi tó kù sí rè ó máa ń bínú ju o ó lè sọ̀rọ̀ ju o ẹni tí ì sọ̀rọ̀ ni o jáde ni kì í gbélé o ó lè lọ sọ
ó láwọn ọ̀rẹ́ tó pọ̀
o ṣé kiri kan wọ́n lọ́ọ́ ti rò ṣé mo lè kó pẹ̀lú tó
lọ́ọ́ ṣé o lè lámojú kúrò
ṣé mo lámojú kúrò gbogbo yẹn lè má rò ọwọ́ sọ pé tó máa pẹ́ mo lè ní ẹ máa sọ fún ẹ pé n tó fẹ́ nìyí wọ́n lè sọ pé àtọ́rí pé òyìn ìfẹ́ wà lọ́pọ̀ ẹ̀ máa kó náà.
I love you torí tán.
wàá gbà no ẹ tó wá nílò àgbà wá bí sọ́ni fẹ́ gbà yẹn n tó máa búrè n tó máa bírè.
àbò oníkanra tó fẹ́ wo obìnrin fẹ́ fẹ́ oníkanra.
àmọ́ n tó lè ṣe rèé ṣé o lè ṣe n tó lè ṣe ìyẹn á fẹ́ solution á fẹ́ guide pé n tó lè ṣe rèé láti lè kó torí gbélé láì rí yẹn láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ló máa ń fa ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ problem fún yàwó àmọ́ àwọn ọ̀dà ń wò àwọn tó wà lórí social media àwọn tó wà ń bẹ̀ kódà kánsẹ́lọ̀ lórí social media aláwọ̀ kánsẹ́lọ̀ làwọn wọn kọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ marriage kò sí ní tó fẹ́ sọ pa ìjú marriage tó ń dán
àwọn technical adviser tí ò gbowó oṣù
tó ń dán tó ń máa sọ pé akíní kan ni ó ṣe báyìí múra báyìí nìkan ṣe báyìí nìkan ibi tó dùn nìkan ní wàá bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ kò ní bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ ńgbà tó bá gbé bínú dé ló fẹ́ ṣe.
bàbá wa
tó bá gbé wà nípa tó fẹ́ ṣe.
ẹ má bínú sà ìgbéyàwó tó ti dàrú torí pé ìyàwó ń fọmọ lọ́yàn.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
torí pé ọkọ oníkanra ni.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
tí ò ráàyè gba nǹkan kan.
kódà ọkùnrin ọba ọmọ ẹjọ wú.
òórùn
ọyọ lásán ló lè jáde nílé bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
pé òun lè sàn dẹ o ààrẹ tí gbogbo ara rẹ rùn tó wà wọṣọ aṣọ yẹn máa rùn.
ọyọ dẹni.
omi ọyàn tó ń ṣe tó pé.
ibi tá a bá ń kánsẹ́lì obìnrin tó bá ṣe bímọ torí kánsẹ́lì wọ́n yàtọ̀ tóbìnrin bá ṣe tó lóyún ọ̀tọ̀ ni wáyé a máa sọ fún ọkùnrin tó bá lóyún ọ̀tọ̀ obìnrin tó lóbìnrin míì wà ní kó fáìn mo láìkẹ́ mi tó bá lóyún ló máa tó mọ̀ pé ọ̀bùn ni ìmí dẹ̀ kì í ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ọ̀bùn tó ń ṣe.
torí pé nǹkan yẹn ló dáa ó máa ní hormonal imbalance.
nígbà yẹn hormonal imbalance ó lè má bì a kò máa bì ní
a máa dítọ́
a kò máa ṣe kí ni ẹbí a kò máa yíra ńlẹ̀ ni ní òtẹ̀ ní wẹ̀ àti ìwẹ̀ gan máa di wàhálà kan máa yíra
gbogbo system ló máa dojú.
o tiẹ̀ ní ṣe make up mọ́ gbogbo tó ń jẹ gbogbo ẹ̀kọ́ dákọ̀ dára.
gbogbo pancake tí wọ́n rí tẹ́lẹ̀ tí ń.
àwọn máa fi so ugly person báyìí mo fẹ́ fáwọn ọ̀dà àmọ́ bọ́ọ̀yì náà so ugly báyìí mo fẹ́ sí. so tó o bá.
ẹlòmíì tó bá lóyún báyìí gbogbo pimple àbí fo.
ìfowó máa kún gbára ẹni oríṣiríṣi bẹ́ẹ̀ ló máa ṣe alẹ́ obìnrin sọkùnrin tí ò bá tí mọ̀ kí báyìí ló fi jẹ́ pé àwọn bàbá àtijọ́ ìmọ̀ tí wọ́n torí pé wọ́n ń gbà àárín ẹbí wọn ò ní jẹ́ kọkùnrin rárẹ̀ ṣáyì wọ́n máa cover obìnrin yẹn ọmọ ìyá yẹn máa cover ẹ̀ ma cover tó lè fa àríṣà but tí pàjọ jẹ́ oúnjẹ àtijọ́ ń gbé sìn me and my wife so a máa dà pé
yàrá kan náà lẹ́gùn jọ ń gbé
ugly person báyìí ni mo fẹ́ ìyá báyìí ni mo fẹ́ àwọn ará ẹlòmíì tó máa attract ẹ̀ ní ibi iṣẹ́
láàrin oṣù mẹ́sàn-án yẹn
oṣù mẹ́sàn-án problem máa ṣẹlẹ̀
ilé yẹn bá dàrú
ó dàrú torí pé kò rẹ́ni sọ pé tó máa ń ṣẹlẹ̀ tóbi bá lóyún rèé o àbí tàbí tó lóyún yẹn kí wọ́n máa rí ẹni tó bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ déédéé pé sórí ìyàwó ẹ̀ láti gbogbo àti bọ́dí ìyàwó ẹ̀ ti lóyún àbí bó ṣe máa ṣe báyìí nǹkan tó máa expect rèé o n tó máa ṣe rèé o sórí ìyàwó ẹ̀ bó ṣe rí yìí sìn bó ṣe rí ìsìn tó bá ti bímọ tán bó ṣe máa rí rèé o ó máa padà fáìn jù báyìí lọ tó o bá mọ̀ tó nígbà ìkọlọ́pọ̀ obìnrin mi tóbìnrin bá lóyún àti problem máa ń sábà fọ lára ọmọ tìyàwó tó bá lóyún ó máa ń sábà dá problem sílẹ̀ torí gbà obìnrin mi ní fáìn mọ́ ó kò máa ṣe bí ọ̀bùn ní ó máa fọ́tọ́ ní kò ní lè dáná kò ní lè gbálẹ̀
àti dìde gan lẹ̀ ó máa ní lára
àti lè dẹ́gbẹ́ lè gbálẹ̀ ó lè jù sórí bẹ́ẹ̀ kókò bọ́lẹ̀ lórí kó dẹ̀ máa yí nílẹ̀ báyìí wàá tẹ̀ fọwọ́ kan ó lè tiẹ̀ dànù ó lè sọ́ọ́sì wa máa irú wàhálà òní máa kó sí báyìí bẹ́ẹ̀ni mo fẹ́ yà fún gbàdúrà ìgbàdùn wa rí bẹ́ẹ̀ dà sí ìjà olú wàhálà fún so tó o bá ṣọ́ra ń gbà yẹn so at that time if you don't have anybody tó nílà káyè tó lè bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ pé wá reality ló ń fèsì yìí o n tó ń pè ní ọmọ tó ń bọ̀ ló dàgbò aláìlẹ̀ o àbò òfọmọ ni òfọmọ ẹ̀ tó ọmọ dádálẹ̀ nílé yìí wà ní sùúrù fún ni so gbà yín crack máa wà ní pọ̀rọ̀ marriage tóbi yẹn bá ti wá bímọ tán gbà mí
kò ní gbàgbé
ibùdó tó bá ti wá bímọ tán gbogbo ibùdó ti bú yẹn ọ̀bùn ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn àjà àṣẹlẹ́dẹ̀ ní ilé yìí àṣekiri àṣepùrọ̀ nìyẹn gbogbo tó bú yẹn kò lágbára àti jà n tó ṣe yẹn ti ṣe kíni
ó ti jẹ́ kára ó
nígbà tó bá bímọ tán tó wá fáìn padà tó wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí pé àwọn á bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí yọ fún yẹn padà àwọn dàbí pé ìfẹ́ yẹn ò sí ń bẹ̀ mọ́ ìwọ ló ti crack ìfẹ́ yẹn o ti crack ìfẹ́ yẹn nígbà tó lóyún yẹn o ti crack yẹn so àwọn eléyìí ṣe pàtàkì so ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ tá à ń sọ pé ó ṣe fa tí obìnrin tá à ń sọ yìí sí ìgbà míì kan tó fa ni pé torí pé kò rí ẹni kò rí ẹni tó bá sọ̀rọ̀ fọ̀rọ̀ lọ ó lè ti ṣàṣìṣe máṣe kọ sẹ́yìn kó wá hàn síta kó ní pé ilé ìwọ̀ ìsìn ìgbọ̀dọ̀ jáde síta oríṣiríṣi ó lè ti ṣẹlẹ̀ ẹ̀yìn náà lè sọ tó lè fà oṣù lè ti ṣẹlẹ̀ ó lè jẹ́ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ń sìn ni ó lè ti ṣẹlẹ̀ sẹ́yìn ni ó lè jẹ́ kọ̀ọ̀kan ló ṣe wàá mọ̀ ni ó lè jẹ́ kọ́kùnrin ẹlọ́ fún obìnrin mi lóyún oríṣiríṣi kan ló lè ṣẹlẹ̀ tí ò jẹ́ tó ṣe wàá kàn sí tí kò lè gbáradà mọ́ pé àwọn àkàkílẹ̀ yà kú ilẹ̀ àṣà ni so ó lè sọ bẹ́ẹ̀
àfikún lọ
para òun ibi tó bá lè abọ́mọkùnrin so ó lè ti débẹ̀ torí kò ní kò rẹ́ni bá sọ̀rọ̀ tó bá lè wá lọ rí ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ yóò wá jẹ́ kí ni.
fáwọn obìnrin tí wọ́n ń wùwà tó ń gbọ́ wa lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí tí irú nǹkan báyìí bá ṣẹlẹ̀ sóbìnrin tó wá jẹ gèjì ẹ̀mí èèyàn tó wá ti fẹ́ dé kan pa àpín kí làwọn nǹkan tó yẹ kí èèyàn ó ṣe tí ò fi ní ronú àti lọ pa ẹ̀.
àti ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ tó pẹ́
afọlọ́sọ̀ tó kọjá gan-an
lọ́sọ̀ tó kọjá àti ṣe bí oṣù kan la fi sọ lórí infidelity la fi sọ nípa disappointment in marriage pé tí ẹ bá wà disappoint tó bá rí torí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ tó máa ń fa dúnkọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn infidelity ló lè fà bí a kó jẹ́ pé ó lọ ṣe nǹkan kan tí ẹ̀ tá gbọ́dọ̀ kí ká ti gbọ́ àbí nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ ó lè ṣe nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ so
àwọn tó bá jákàn èèyàn níbi
tó jákàn èèyàn so tó disappoint yàn ju disappointment ló fà tó dẹ̀ kọjá ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ so àwọn tí ẹ máa ń ṣe àti sọ pé inú àwọn nǹkan tí ẹ máa tó wá pẹ́ tó kí wọn jẹ́ bá jẹ́ kó tó jẹ́ ẹlẹ́sìn ni ló kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run bá a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim tó bá jẹ́ pé ẹni tó wá ní kó lọ mú mi àlùwà kọ́kọ́ mú mi kó kọ́kọ́ calm rẹ̀ down kó kọ́kọ́ wọ́n bá àwọn tó bá ní mọ̀ràn ọlọ́gbọ́n olóye tí iṣẹ́ bí ẹ̀ tí iṣẹ́ tó máa kí tó neutral person tó jẹ́ pé onígbọ̀nà tó lóye ni kì í ṣe pé àwọn kánsẹ́lì orí kìíní o yẹ pé tó máa pé dàpẹ́ this is what you do this is how to deal with him you have to copy no tó máa fún ìlàkàyè tó máa fún ọkọ tó máa tó neutral àwọn àti kòkè ṣe báwo lọ́rọ̀ ṣe rí á bèèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ nípa ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ títí ẹ̀ irú èèyàn tó jẹ́ á bẹ̀rẹ̀ tó tí kò tó ṣe lélẹ́yìn kò tó sáà tí ń sojú wọn kọ́kọ́ fún ní ọ̀rọ̀ torí ẹ̀gọ́ tó ẹ̀mí ló ń ṣe kọ́ ṣe ogun ní ọ̀rọ̀ Ọlọ́run bá ló bá kọ́ bọ́ ọkọ ẹ̀ tó yẹ pé tó lógbó tó lóye àmọ́ kíkọ́ ẹ̀ máa pẹ́ Ọlọ́run sọ pé nísùúrù iye pé sọ wá sí kọ́ ló máa ṣe wá sí nísùúrù kọ́ ló bá sọ torí sùkò dé nísùúrù bá wá sí sùúrù kọ́ wá sí pé kó gbé kó ní hope
kó mọ̀ pé nǹkan lè wá nǹkan
ara ẹ̀ ló ṣe you have hope tó bá ti máa dì pẹ̀lú ilé fẹ́ dì pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ tó bá lọ commit suicide yẹn o fẹ́ kó jẹ lọ nìyẹn máa kó jẹ lọ.
akúkú lọ fẹ́ obìnrin yẹn wà lọ máa gbé pẹ̀lú ẹ̀
ìwà tó bá jẹ lọ you have to be alive. So first of all, do you want to be alive? Do you want him to regret what he has done? Do you want to face the music? So akọ fún ní hope yẹn tó bá ti wá rí pé òun ti ní hope ó ṣe kí ni ààrẹ kọ́kọ́ ti wálẹ̀ tààrẹ ti wá wálẹ̀ yẹn gbogbo tí wọ́n fi ba sọ́ngbà náà yóò ṣe wọlé tẹ́lẹ̀ bá kọ́kọ́ lé ẹ̀ fíà yẹn kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ gbé wá sẹ́ so ó ní ìdí kó rí olùmọ̀ràn a good counselor kó rí kó bá sọ̀rọ̀ ó mú ẹgbẹ́ sílá sometimes gba mi ó lè ní kó distance rẹ̀ ní environment yẹn environment kí ni ti ṣẹlẹ̀ yẹn wọ́n kúrò mẹ́ kó lọ sí neutral environment tí o tẹ̀lé gbọ́ àdúgbò ẹgbẹ́ so that a tẹ̀lé ráyè ronú sí gbèsè ayé ẹ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn tó ní kó bọ́dọ̀ wà á dá wà pẹ̀lú tó jẹ́ pé ó lọ́gbọ́n tó lóye tó ní mímọ̀ tó máa jẹ́ kó ní fọ́ọ̀n tó máa kéde nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn so ọ̀nà pọ̀ ló ṣe ti ṣe tó máa tọ̀ tàti jọ sàlẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n kò gbọ́dọ̀ má dá wà gẹ́gẹ́ bí àtọ́sí ta sọ fún pàtó yẹn tó jẹ́ àwọn méjì náà ni àbí tó fẹ́ yàwó lé náà ẹni tó fẹ́ yàwó lé náà ó lè ti síbẹ̀ tó bá fẹ́ yàwó lóbìnrin mi ó lè sọ pé gbogbo wọn ti support ẹ bàbá ti support ẹ gbogbo tó bá wà báwọn gan gbogbo tó rò pé máa dúró lẹ́yìn gbogbo ti support ẹ kí ló wá kó o nìkan wọ́n fẹ́ ẹ̀sìn léyìí wọ́n máa lọ para wọn obìnrin mi náà ṣe irú ẹ̀ tó fẹ́ yàwó lé aṣọ last week náà disappointment ó ní kọ́kọ́ òun tẹ̀lé imagine ni kọ́kiri ma kókòrò kan tó máa kí ọkọ máa gbórí obìnrin mi kan tó máa ṣe òun wà níbi tóun dá ronú àwọn wá ń gbádùn àwọn wá ń ṣe kíní kan wọ́n máa rẹ́rìn kéékèèké wọ́n máa ṣe kíní kan ó máa oríṣiríṣi ó kọ́ lè dìde kó lọ gbé kíní kó lọ máa gbé jẹ so ọgbà mú bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ló fi jẹ́ pé àsìkò yẹn ó ní ìdí ẹ̀ tó máa bá sọ̀rọ̀ tó wá jẹ́ kó tó mọ Ọlọ́run bá ní kó gbọ́rọ̀ Ọlọ́run bá tó dáa àmọ́ nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ta sọ pé tó a fi ń sọ̀rọ̀ lórí ilé ni pé tó bá rí kíní yẹn ṣe tó lọ para ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ẹlòmíì
tó lọ dán rẹ o.
láwọn èèyàn pọ̀ tí wọ́n ti nírú ìṣòro báyìí
wọ́n lóríṣiríṣi ìṣòro.
àwọn tó ní tójú tiẹ̀ lọ́wà.
ṣùgbọ́n tí wọ́n ti ronú
àwọn tó ní tó wọn ti mọ̀nà àbáyọ pé kí làwọn fẹ́ ṣe báyìí sí ikú yáyẹ̀ sí lọ báwo la ṣe fẹ́ para wọn náà ọ̀dọ́ tó bá tẹ̀ fẹ́ kú báwo la fẹ́ kú náà ọ̀dọ́ la fẹ́ gbà náà tó bá ti wá pé àkọ́ tó lè ṣe ni ọ̀nà àṣetà wọn náà bẹ̀ tó tẹ́lẹ̀ kan bá ti wá ṣe ọ̀dọ́ tó ń ṣe yẹn ọ̀nà àfẹ́ tọ̀ láàṣẹ gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ kí irú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn kó ṣẹlẹ̀ láàṣẹ gbọ́dọ̀ máa broadcast Ọlọ́run sọ pé náà pé a ò gbọ́dọ̀ máa polongo ìbàjẹ́ ìtò bàjẹ́ láyé sìn tí nǹkan bá ti dá o lè máa gbọ́ tó máa gbé káàkiri sọ́dọ̀ nítorí dá wọn ní gbé jáde nítorí dáná máa gbé jáde gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì wá ń sìn àwọn èèyàn sọ nǹkan tó dára gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì tó bá ti dáná máa sọ nítorí bá dára yọ sógbà àwọn eléyìí kò dáa ẹ ń bá ẹbí jẹ́ ni ẹ ń bá ọkọ ẹlòmíì jẹ́ ni ẹ ń kọ́ àwọn ẹlòmíì nìkan tí ò dáa ni sókò social media yẹn ó bá wọ́n tẹ̀lé ń wò ní social media yìí wọ́n act
content creator ni
kọ́ lè ní followers tó pọ̀ kọ́ lè rówó gbà ni àti jẹ́ ni kì í ṣe olóòótọ́ ọdún ṣe fún yín torí ìdí èyí ó dọ̀wọ́ ní kálukú wa ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ tí ìṣòro bá wá ó dẹ̀ máa wá kò sọ́kọ́ tó yẹ lè dá sí ẹni tó wá lóhùn fẹ́ ní ìṣòro kò lè gbélé ayé Ọlọ́run dá méjèèjì pọ̀ ni àbí
tibitire
khairuhu wa sharruhu so ìgbàgbọ́ nípa kádàrá dáadáa bẹ̀ àti tó kù díẹ̀ káàtó ń bẹ̀ wọ́n ṣe ní tibitire ládàlẹ́ ayé
tibitire ládàlẹ́
àṣẹ̀dá èèyàn oòrùn ò ní wà kó má so tútù ọ̀sán ò ní wà kó má sálẹ̀ bọ́mọdé bá ti wà làgbà máa wà o bọ́kùnrin ṣe wà lóbìnrin máa wà o gbogbo nǹkan láyè méjì ni gbogbo ẹ̀dẹ̀ lèyàn máa go through so torí èyí tí bàbá ti lé ó lé náà nìyẹn ó ń bọ̀ wá rọ̀ inna ma'al usri
Yusra.
yusra tó bá lé ó ń bọ̀ wá rọ̀ n tó bá lè fi ìpẹ́lẹ́ kọ́ ẹ nísìnyí bó ti lè kó lé tó farabalẹ̀ ó ń bọ̀ wá rọ̀.
Calm down.
Time is the what?
Is the best healer.
Is the greatest healer. Àsìkò òun ni olùwòsàn tó tóbi jù gbogbo ohun tó le tó gbọ́dọ̀ sọ tó wá yá ó máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí rọ̀ ó ń ṣe ọmọ olókùn bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o
àní sí pẹ̀lú ìyá àgbà bẹ́ẹ̀
ó dàbí pé wọ́n pẹ́ ká yóò ní parí o bó ṣe máa sóò ní sùúrù à ń rọ̀ wá gbogbo wa ní ilé wa ẹ jẹ́ ká ní sùúrù tí ṣòro bá ikú kọ́ ló kàn o máa para bí kọ́ ló kàn o farada ní sùúrù be patient.
torí tó bá para ẹ̀ tó yẹ pé torí pé gbéyàwó tẹ̀lé ìyàwó yẹn wá ṣe balance ni.
tó bá ti ṣe aṣọ fún wa last week náà ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ló wà ní psychiatric hospital ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ló wà ní prisons ní correctional centers ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ló kún bẹ́ẹ̀ nítorí pé wọ́n ṣìwàhù torí pé wọ́n fẹ́ yàwó lé wọn àbí wọ́n ọkùnrin disappoint wọn ni àbóbìnrin disappoint wọn ni whatever it is wọ́n torí ẹ̀ ẹni tó bá dẹ̀ ṣe ẹni tó torí ẹ̀ ṣe òun free o.
ọ̀tọ̀ ni wọ́n ní ẹyin kan fún èèyàn kan ohun tí ò fẹ́ pé kò wá nípinnu ẹ̀.
kò ní abẹ́rẹ́ ni o fẹ́ pé tẹ́lẹ̀ èmi fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ pé wọ́n wá ní kankan bẹ́ẹ̀
wọ́n ní nípìn kankan
ẹyin kan láti gbẹ̀yẹ yẹn o.
ẹyin ẹ wá bọ́ sọ́wọ́ ẹlòmíì.
sọ ẹlòmíì wá bọ́ sọ́wọ́ ẹlòmíì tí wọ́n ti gbọ́ ẹ pé ẹ tí wàá mọ̀ ló wá bọ́ sọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. so o fẹ́ pé
ẹyin kan fún èèyàn kan èèyàn yìí bọ̀ ló ní jẹ́nu ẹ̀.
kò wá ní jẹ́nu ẹ̀ rárá.
èèyàn kan tó bá ti bọ́ sọ́wọ́ tí a bọ́ sọ́wọ́ ẹlòmíì.
so
torí ìdílé ọ̀dọ̀ wa kọ́ ló bá tún lé oníkálukú wa ṣe
àmín
kó bá tún lé oníkálukú wa ṣe kó bá tún lé oníkálukú wa ṣe bí ká ní sùúrù jẹ́ ká bẹ lọ́hùn bí nǹkan ṣe lé ó lé nàìjíríà gbogbo nǹkan ló lé ń sìn ẹkọ́nọ́mì gan kò tiẹ̀ rẹ́rìn kò jẹ́ kí gbogbo nǹkan tẹ̀ fẹ́ ṣe kí n so ẹ má bínú para yín ẹ má bínú lọ ṣe nǹkan tí ò dáa ẹ ní sùúrù pẹ̀lú ọlọ́run ọba tó dá wa láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ó mọ bó ṣe máa tọ́jú wa ọlọ́run kó wá ṣe ìrọ̀rùn fún oníkálukú wa Allahumma salli wa barik ala Muhammadi wa ala ali Muhammad wa sallam.
naam akí gbogbo olùgbọ́ káàkiri tó láǹfààní àti màgbọ́ wa pé akó àtàánà ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ kí àwọn ṣèkè wa tí wọ́n ti ń ṣe ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ náà fún wa láti bí wákàtí kan sẹ́yìn wọ́n ní bá ti gbọ́ yìí ẹ jẹ́ ká gbìyànjú káwọn náà máa múlò ẹgbẹ́ wa táwọn wà lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ẹ bá dákun ẹ bá like ẹ bá share ẹ bá comment ẹ bá share rẹ̀ káàkiri jẹ́ kó takálé kó takákó ìmọ̀kejì wáyé ń ṣí ẹ̀yẹ iye àwọn èèyàn tó bá ti ń ẹgbẹ̀rún àwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n bá ti ń gbọ́ tí wọ́n ń wò láìpẹ́ ìlú ṣí ẹ̀rẹ̀ náà tó ń ṣàǹfààní fún náà ni ẹ̀yin náà mọ̀ gbalada láti ara wọn ìbáraẹ̀gẹ̀ ṣe lè abakẹ́nẹ̀ nurat wọ́n ní perfectly said may Almighty Allah save us from ignorance behaviour àmì Yekin Salahuddin wọ́n ní salamu alaykum wa rahmatulahi wa barakatuh wa alaykum salam wa rahmatulahi wa barakatuh wọ́n yí gbogbo yín pátápátá náà ní àkí kí Ọlọ́run bá Allah kí kó má ṣàtúnlé àti ọ̀nà ẹnìkan kó má ṣàbá àtúnṣe fọ́nfà náà tọ́pọ̀ ṣe ń darapọ̀ mọ́ wa èdè tún fọ́nrán yìí wò lórí àwọn ìtàkùn abánidọ́rẹ̀ wa lórí YouTube Light Radio lórí Facebook Light Radio lórí Twitter The Light Radio lórí Instagram Light_radio bákan náà lórí Radio Garden ìgbàgbọ́ wa ní kétékété tí wọ́n láǹfààní àti máa gbọ́ wa lórí app tí wàá gẹ́gẹ́ download rẹ̀ lórí Play Store Light Radio LR báyìí náà gàdàgbàgàdàgbà báyìí náà ní ìsàmì rẹ̀ títí ọjọ́ mẹ́jọ tátùjọ pàdé fún àkọ́tún ètò Your Marriage lórí níkànnì yìí bákan náà jẹ́ àgbìyànjú ká mójútó lè wa ká fi sùúrù bára wa lò gẹ́gẹ́ bí wọ́n ti bá wa sọ àwọn bàbá sheikh àwọn náà ní fadilatu sheikh Dawood Adélakùn Adétòkùn assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
aleykum salaam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
bákan náà àwọn kéèké Mr. Kazim Kọ́láwọlé kí ọlọ́run bá aláàbùsẹ̀ bá ṣàlékún dáadáa fẹ́yìn náà.
àmín àmín.
assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.